is on. College football kicks off in 10 days. This is the opening drive with Hall of Fame and National Championship quarterback Jay Barker, Hall of Fame kicker and 17-year NFL veteran Aldo Greco, and the man, the myth, and Birmingham radio legend, Tony Curry. Give the opening drive a call, 834-9450, or toll free at 800-239-9569. The opening drive starts now. Here's what's trending in the opening drive.
It's right at 7 o'clock. Welcome back in. And 834-9450. We got the phone lines open. 800-239-WJOX. I see him online. Goldendomer, ready to go, I guess. Get into this Notre Dame topic here in a second. Alabama held their final scrimmage of the fall camp Saturday. Still no major development in the quarterback race. Also, Gus Malzahn is still yet to name a starting quarterback for the Auburn Tigers, making the latest he's gone at Auburn without a named starter. AL.com reporting the graduate transfer quarterback Marshall Taylor has rejoined Auburn's football team after being out for injuries. He suffered at a party in Columbus with Javon Robinson. Also, USA named their redshirt junior Max Brown as starting quarterback for the opening game against Alabama. And Brian Kelly again dismissed a player, suspended another, and is planning to discipline 4 other members of his team after 6 were arrested Friday on various charges. That's what's trending right now in the opening drive.
During the past 24 hours, I have met with each of my members of our team involved in 2 incidents that occurred over the weekend, reviewed the evidence available to me, and consulted with others involved in the leadership of our team in the university. The process has only served to deepen my disappointment in the poor decisions made by these young men. Their conduct fell short of what we expect from those who represent our football team in this great university. On the basis of my review, I've decided to dismiss Max Redfield, Sr. from our football team and place Devin Butler, Sr. on indefinite suspension. The other individuals will not be separated from the team, will be subject to disciplinary measures internal to the football program, and I know everyone's been waiting for this. Goldendomer joins us online, too. Top of the morning to you, my man. What's up?
Good morning, gentlemen.
What's happening?
I will say this. This show reaches wide. I woke up Saturday morning with at least 300 messages on Twitter. My phone blew up. And this is what I'll say. And I know everyone's anticipating my reaction to this because I've been very critical of Alabama and other SEC programs about discipline. And I've been very vocal about my opinion of there's a culture problem in college football. And my opinion will not change. I do not care that these players are Notre Dame players. This is my opinion. I'm very disappointed in what the players did. And as far as Max Redfield, former 5-star player, starting safety, a position that we are very thin at, I hope he never steps foot on Notre Dame's campus again. I hope he realizes the opportunity that he wasted and the players and the fans and the alumni that he let down and the awful situation that he put his university in. Being arrested with possession of marijuana and having a handgun without a license. It was not stolen, it was not a felony, but nevertheless, if you want to go around acting like that, we do not want you at Notre Dame. This is not a school for rehabilitation. And that's all I have to say about Max Redfield. As far as Devin Butler goes, this is a senior, someone accused of assaulting a police officer, and I hope he never steps foot on the University of Notre Dame extend. I feel the same way I feel towards Max Redfield. And I will say this, I am very disappointed in the players. But today, I am prouder to be a Notre Dame fan than I was prior to the arrest. And the reason is because, once again, Notre Dame has set a precedent. They did not wait for the legal action to take place. They did not wait for due process. They looked at the details, and they did not care if these players were acquitted or not. They said what you did not represent the University of Notre Dame, and Brian Kelly kicked them out of school. Now, Devin Butler has been suspended, and I'm sure if no University of Notre Dame released a statement that any player accused of assaulting a police officer or committing a felony will be released from his scholarship and will no longer be part of the team. And once again, it just shows you that head coaches, and this is what a lot of people are going to be confused about. Everyone needs to understand, Brian Kelly suspended Devin Butler, and he got rid of Max Redfield. However, the university makes the final decision on all disciplinary actions. Brian Kelly can increase it or he can do it first, but the university and its committee are the ones who just have the president of all discipline. And that's how it should be in college football. So I will stand up and I will be just as embarrassed, and I will say there's a coach problem in college football just the same way I did for Alabama. I'm just glad that Notre Dame did the right thing and got rid of them.
And I really wish you hadn't gone that route because we really wanted to toast you this
I
morning.
know y'all did.
And listen, I tweeted you out.
But that's not really the reason is the people is you've called in and talked about how the SEC is the one that's so overwhelmingly got all these bad guys and bad athletes, and Notre Dame doesn't recruit that type of athlete. It never happens in Notre Dame and these type of things. And Max Redfield, I mean, this is a guy that got kicked off the team before the Fiesta Bowl. This is not his first offense. There's probably things we know about Max Redfield. So why was he sent home from the Fiesta Bowl?
I believe he was late for practice. It wasn't anything for a crime. I can promise you that. I do remember what you're talking about, but
I'm just saying. I mean, there is a prior there. He was in the doghouse coming out of the Fiesta Bowl, and
actually he played in the Fiesta Bowl, Jay. He played in the Fiesta Bowl. I will say this, Jay. One thing we need to think about. The arresting officer. You know where he graduated school? University of Notre Dame. And do you know the other 4 players that were charged with possession of marijuana didn't have any marijuana on them? And I'm fine with that. If you're in the car with it, I hope you get booked with it too. But this is the fact. Everyone wants to say this kind of stuff goes on in Notre Dame and this doesn't get reported. It doesn't. Why would a Notre Dame alumni police officer report it? And the other one happened on Notre Dame's campus, okay? So look, Jay, you're right. I have been very critical. But the main reason I've been very critical is because it's allowed. It's tolerated. And Notre Dame did not tolerate it. They couldn't wait to see if they got off of it. They didn't care if the boys were playing in the hot sun. They took care of it themselves. And they don't let their coach, who has a conflict of interest, be the one to decide discipline. The university has president over that situation. And if you want to compare the Max Redfield situation and what happened to him and the Cameron Robinson, those 2 crimes are very, very similar. And look at the differences. And as far as me, you're saying that I get on the SEC a lot, I do. But it's because it's a trend. It's a culture. It's not a single event. It is over years and years and years and documented. That's why I say that.
But you said that this doesn't happen in Notre Dame because of the academics and because they recruit better character-type players. I mean, look, Notre Dame, just based on being a private institution and what they stand for as far as their faith and the things that they want to be a part of, and to me, that they should be, in a sense, a higher standard on themselves.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. I have no issue with that, no issue with the fact that if you disagree with Alabama's handling of it or Auburn or any SEC team, the thing I think most people look at is not that. They look at the fact that you've said over and over again, we don't have those type of players in Notre Dame. We don't recruit those type of players. We have character. We have all these. We kept telling you, Domer, these things happen everywhere. It's a cultural thing that's going on.
I understand that, but okay, that would be like, okay, look at this. Notre Dame's been playing football for 150 years, right? Mm-hmm. How many times have we heard of something like this happen? Why is this news? Because it's Notre Dame. That's why it's news. Because this doesn't happen in Notre Dame. This is one player that had 1 gun and 1 bag of weed. Okay, and yes, 6 players got arrested, but this is abnormal for Notre Dame. That's why it's news. And look at what Notre Dame did. They sent a message. They got to keep rid of this kid. And if you're a student at Notre Dame right now, what do you think? What do you think? They know their ball coach ain't got their back. There's a university of people that are looking out for the betterment of the university that'll get rid of them, and they don't care. They don't care about wins and losses. They care about the brand of Notre Dame.
But what you're conveniently leaving out is that just last year, ESPN and Sporting News, all these different organizations had to go and sue Notre Dame to be able to get the right to see police records. Those police records were not. So a year later, there's 6 guys arrested, and now we see it. But we couldn't see it before.
Jay, they did that because they wanted to be able to get the details of the arrest to be able to do their story for outside the lines report. Notre Dame has always reported their arrest. Go back and look. Tommy Reese arrested. It was documented. Michael Floyd arrested. It was documented. You act like that there's some kind of cover-up scheme. These kids live all across the country. How come we don't hear about a kid arrested in Florida, California, in the NFL? It's a myth. The fact is Notre Dame doesn't have this culture problem. It never has. It has mistakes. And it has kids that brings in that do stupid things. But you know what Notre Dame does? It says, bye. Have a nice day. You are not Notre Dame, and we will not tolerate you here. We don't care if you go to a ride-along or if you go do push-ups. If you do this, you will not be part of this university. And today's Notre Dame brand looks better than it did before the arrest.
When you look at it from a standpoint of, again, you said just in that statement that we don't have this type of culture, we don't have these type of things happening, and it just
it doesn't happen.
It just happened.
Okay, Mountain Brook is Mountain Brook a great community?
Yes.
It is. Have they ever had a murder?
Yes.
Yes. Do they have as many as Birmingham?
No.
Exactly. That's what you call a culture. That's what you call a problem. Bad things happening everywhere, but it's how people handle them. When you're faced with your darkest days, how do you respond? And Notre Dame responded by sending a message. Yes, Notre Dame's players were stupid. They acted ignorant, and guess what? They got treated ignorant. They left. They're gone. They're going back home. They can go, maybe the SEC will welcome in. Since y'all have to rehabilitate, maybe y'all can bring them in. But Notre Dame doesn't care.
Hey, we
Notre
might.
Dame doesn't care if they're 5 stars. Notre Dame doesn't care that we are very thin at that position. The University of Notre Dame is looking out what's best. So I will stand. I'm calling out these players. Don't get this confused. I'm not justifying what they did. I hope they're gone. I hope they never come back.
What if more comes out about this than the Max Redfield situation?
I will respond.
I'm saying, I mean, what if there's more to it that you don't know about right now that is a reason why they had to go ahead and let go of him?
We don't deal in speculation.
No,
Well,
this is a fact.
That's not so much speculation.
The kid has had petty trouble. He's never been arrested. He doesn't. You're thinking about. It's not like we're saying he's got trouble for being late for class. He is not this issue that you're going to say. Now, I'm not saying he hasn't been in trouble, but it's just like with Everett Golson. What other program would kick out their starting quarterback that just went into a national championship out for the entire year for sharing music notes? And you're going to tell me that there's abundant crime going on and they're covering it up when the officer who reported the crime was a Notre Dame alum?
I never said there's an abundant amount of crime. I just said we have no records of it.
This is what you said before. I say I get the stat that Alabama over the last 5 years has had the 12th amount of arrests in the country. And you say that kind of stuff goes on at Notre Dame too. We just don't hear about it. And I tell you, you're wrong because you're wrong. Notre Dame.
Well, it's pretty amazing that those things got lifted, and then now 6 guys get exactly what happened at Alabama, but even more.
No, that's not true. Just Michael Floyd got arrested, and it was reported. Tommy Reese got arrested, and it was reported. They don't. I mean, I don't know if y'all think it's the Irish Mafia or something. They're above the law. They report arrests. Okay.
That's again, we're not arguing with you that those type of things don't go on everywhere. We're just trying to get you to realize that those things go on everywhere. That's what you've preached.
You just repeated yourself. I will say this.
What you've preached is that Notre Dame is not. I mean, it is sanitized from any type of these activities, and that the SEC and these other conferences are so bad because they recruit these bad character players, and Notre Dame doesn't do that. We don't have these type of arrests.
Notre Dame does not bring in junior college players. That's a fact. Notre Dame has very high academic standards, and typically, according to statistics, kids who have very good academics typically don't get in trouble. You can bribe us if you want to, but it's according to statistics. Notre Dame, when players do get in trouble, they send a message. They get rid of them. They don't say, "Oh, you're playing in a hot sun." They don't do that. They say, "Adios, amigos." And the fact that's why I get on to Alabama. And if they let their coaches have the final. We're going to wait on Nick Saban. Stephen Saban is going to say what he's going to do. Notre Dame don't give a crap what Brian Kelly says. They say, we represent this university. We're thinking about what's going on in the future. We're thinking about what's going on in the branch. And we're going to make sure these players are held accountable. And they have an established system, a committee that decides discipline. I will stand by the fact the SEC has a major crime problem when you have more arrests than the NFL. I mean, are you still there?
Yeah, we said more arrests than what?
The SEC has more arrests in the NFL right now. You're telling me that's not a problem. That is an astronomical issue. What you're trying to do is you're trying to compare 1 or 2 situations to years and years of a culture. There's a culture in the SEC of winning at all costs. And trust me, I am not the only one with that opinion. But this ain't about the SEC. This is about Notre Dame. Notre Dame is the one that made the mistake. Notre Dame is the one that's in damage control today. And I will say this, I'm proud of the University of Notre Dame. I'm disappointed in the players, and I hope they never step foot on Notre Dame's campus again. We are not here to rehabilitate. It's the greatest university in the country. We get one of the greatest degrees in the country. We have the most players drafted of all time. If you're willing to blow that just to be a cool and try to prove you're hard, driving around with a gun and weed in South Bend, Indiana, there ain't nothing else South Bend, Indiana or cows. What do you need a gun for?
Well, one good thing about it, Notre Dame has not been relevant in college football, but they became relevant this weekend when it comes to off-the-field arrest. They joined up right with everybody else. So Notre Dame, I guess, finally back in the mix. It's 14 minutes after the hour, 7 o'clock. We'll be back.